So you're nosy. It's okay, because me too. This is the 13-inch iPad Pro. This is the Space Black model, and I actually live on this iPad. Back in the day, I used to have iPads and just let them like collect dust, like I wouldn't even touch them. But now I am actually such an iPad kid. Here's the lock screen. I'll put a screen recording here. I feel like it just looks like a summer sky, and it really sets the tone. So then once you go into the iPad, my home screen is so cute. I did this little picnic background, and I love the way that it looks here with all the app icons. Now, I'm not gonna go through every app because that's freaking boring. I have this widget from Color Widgets, and I think it looks really cute. It just has the date, and then all the widgets are these little fruit pictures, so it really adds to that fruit smoothie vibe we're going for. For the app icons, I just matched the pink to the background, and I kind of made them like a mid-tone pink. And then if you look at the bottom, I have this little record player thing, and it's like a summer water theme. I had to watch so many ads on iScreen for this, and tell me why the iScreen ads are giving like explicit. Like, I was shocked when I was downloading this at like 12 in the morning. It was worth it to get this widget, except I can't figure out how to get the background to not be pink. I set it to be transparent in iScreen, but it's still showing up as pink. I wanted it to be clear, like I wanted it to look like it was on the picnic blanket. So if you know how to fix that, let me know. So the first page is kind of like my main apps, and then on the second page, these are all my games. So we're gonna get into that later in the video, but here's how I set that up. And we have another iScreen app at the top. These little flowers are supposed to be like gravity and kind of move with the iPad. Like if I were to go like this, they're supposed to move, but they're not moving. Like, do you see that? And then at the bottom, I have this cute little picnic basket, which obviously adds to the smoothie theme. So that's like a quick glance of the layout. I think it looks so cute. I just love the colors, and I feel like it really gets you in the summer mood. For the dock, I'll actually go through this. So I have the Files app. I actually love having this because it feels like a MacBook when you do that. And then I have my messages, Gmail, Safari, GoodNotes for my planner, which I'm going to show you, Procreate, and then YouTube, obviously. Now I'm going to show you guys some of my most used apps. So number one has to be GoodNotes. This app is so good for students. Like, I used to use this all the time in college, but now I use it for my planner. And guys, like, I'm freaking booked and busy. I treat my planner like a freaking Bible. This planner specifically is the Sagel one, but you could literally download any planner that you want and put it into GoodNotes, and you can write right onto it, which is so satisfying. So here's a look of May, not to leak my content, but here's what I have planned, and I book every single day. This is probably like half of why I own this iPad. That's all I do in GoodNotes though. Like, I don't do anything else, to be honest. But speaking of notes, I do use the Notes app quite a bit. I mainly use this to write like voiceover scripts. Here's a voiceover that I wrote for my iPhone refresh short. If I don't do this, I will sound like a freaking idiot. I always have to write a quick thing on what I want to say. Plus, I just live in the Notes app, to be honest. Like, here's how I plan out my theme packs. I have all the assets I want to put in it. I have a sourdough log. I've been trying to make a sourdough starter. I think we're on day 20. I honestly haven't even kept up with this log because I started losing my patience. But here's a picture of the sourdough starter. I think we will have sourdough eventually. I am not giving up. Two apps I'm trying to get into, but I just honestly haven't had the patience to set up, are the calendar from Apple. I've been trying to put more events in here because I actually really like the way that it shows up on your phone and reminds you. I just don't have the patience to like set it up cute. So here's what it looks like. It's pretty ugly, I'm not gonna lie. But today Mochi has a vet appointment, so that's great. I'm also trying to get into reminders. I did set up a couple lists, as you can see. I actually really like the reminders app. Another one that is like that is Notion. I'm very ambitious with my iPad because I have been trying to use Notion for so long, but I'm too lazy to actually like learn how to do it. So instead I just talk about it and kind of like exude the energy of having it on my iPad. But am I a Notion girly? No. Another one that I love and have been standing since literally day one is Day One. This is my journal app. I have been using this since like 2016. Like, guys, it's been 10 years of journaling in this freaking app. All of my life secrets are in it. So if you work at Day One, Don't be hacking my journal. The juiciness goes deep. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it goes deep. This is like my lore. For real though, I love day one because whenever I get in those modes of like, I get overstimulated easily and I'm just like mad all the time, I probably need to make a journal entry. And after that, I feel better. Those are my main lifestyle apps. And you guys might have noticed, I use the windowed mode on my iPad. So this makes all the apps actually kind of like little Mac windows instead of taking up the full screen. And I love it because it really does look like a little computer. Say I wanted to like go to YouTube, I can literally just drag a window open like this. And then look, now we have my YouTube channel. If you don't have that setting turned on, I definitely recommend you turn that on. It's part of iPadOS 26 if you don't have that installed yet. And speaking of the Mac, I also use this as like a second display to my Mac. You can actually put it next to your computer and like share a mouse and keyboard. I have a whole video on how I do that. I don't really do like heavy duty stuff on this iPad. For example, like a lot of people use Final Cut Pro to edit videos or like CapCut. I don't do that on here. I still use the Mac, but the main thing I'm leaving out is this is like the powerhouse to my business too. So I'm not gonna go too into it, but I do use Procreate a lot. I use this for literally all of my Sagel designs. I guess you could say I'm a digital artist. Like I draw all these things myself. I even use this to design all my phone cases. So like, for example, I have like the strawberry print one. I do all the app icons. There are so many files in here. It's actually ridiculous. I feel like you need the Pro if you're doing stuff like this. Yeah, it's satisfying when I go in this app, but I'm also overwhelmed because it's not organized at all. It's a freaking mess actually. And side note, I have the Apple Pencil Pro. Not me double checking. Yeah, the Apple Pencil Pro. When I had to buy this for my iPad last year, I was like, why do they always have to switch the pencil? Like that's so annoying. However, I love the Apple Pencil Pro because it has like this thing where if you squeeze the pencil, it kind of like vibrates back. Let me demonstrate. I can hover the pencil like this and I'm not even touching the screen, but it like knows where I'm gonna put the pen. And then watch, if I do this and then squeeze the pencil, all these little tools open up. Do you see that? It is so nice. I actually love this thing. Okay, my camera's overheating, but guess what? We could fan it with the iPad. Oh, okay, we're back. Now quickly for the rest of my business apps, I also have Shopify. I obviously am not gonna show the orders, but I use this to see like the orders. Then I have YouTube Studio. This shows all your YouTube analytics. And obviously we have Gmail. I use this a lot too on my iPad actually. I do a lot of like customer service or like messaging with brands. I don't know why I don't really like writing emails from my phone. I just feel like it's not as official, but for some reason the iPad is. Moving on from the boring stuff, now we have the games. For our first game, this is actually the sponsor of our video. We're gonna talk about the Late Coloring app. This is basically a coloring book for your iPad. It has been my latest favorite app. As you can see, it has all these different templates from actual artists, which I really appreciate. So when you click one, you can actually see who made them, which is really cool. I really like the affirmations one from this girl, Joanna. Say I wanted to go in and color this one. You can go down to the bottom and there's all these different color palettes you can choose from. Here's all the mediums at the bottom. I like to use this fill tool and it's really easy to go in and color something quickly, which is satisfying. This is such a random detail, but they have this ASMR mode. So if you turn that on and then turn on the volume, you can hear the sound of the thing that you're using. Listen. Isn't that satisfying? Here's a couple of the ones I already did. I did this cute little fruit design. This one I think is my favorite so far that I've done. I just think it's so pretty. This one just has a spring vibe to it. I think it's really cute. I like to use my iPad to do kind of like more cozy, relaxing games, especially after the baby goes to sleep and I just need to like forget I exist for a second. So yeah, it's just such a cute app. They actually gave me a code to share with you guys. So if you use Sophia Camarda 25, you can get 25% off a premium yearly membership. I'm not kidding. This has definitely been like the best coloring app I've tried so far. So I'm really excited that they wanted to sponsor this video. Some other games I've been really into. Good Coffee, Great Coffee is definitely a classic of mine. I basically started playing this when I got this iPad last year. Ooh! Good thing the baby's not sleeping. This is gonna look ugly because I don't want to turn my iPad, but let me show you my cafe. It looks like a noob, and I've played for 93 days. Like, it's just so hard to make money in this game, but I love it. I really want to get, where is it? Okay, I want these specific floors. Is that not so cute? I love the light wood. It's giving Apple Store. I also want to get the sunshine table set. Look, the yellow chairs with the little flowers. I need those, but like every time I go to buy it, I have to like upgrade my espresso machine because it's breaking. Like, I don't know. I love this game, but they need to fix the money. Another one that I've loved for such a long time is offline games. You want to download this while you have Wi-Fi. Say you're going on a plane or traveling, or you just aren't gonna have Wi-Fi. These are offline games. This game sometimes has ads, but because they're offline, you can just go in airplane mode. Some of my favorites are the Suica fruit. Oh wait, it's not Suica. Suica dupe fruit merge game. I had a phase where this was like the only game I played. And you know what I love about them? It's such good quality. Like, the games look so crispy on the iPad. The water sort game, I play it on extra hard. You basically have to get all the vials to be one color. It is so satisfying. Now this one, I used to play on my computer in high school. This is Stardew Valley. I feel like so many people know this game, but I cannot not mention it. It is just such a good game, and I want to show you guys my town. I'm in winter right now, which is why I haven't been playing it, because winter is the most boring season. Here's a look at my... Okay, it kind of looks like I don't play it, but I swear I do. Like, I have spent so much time in this game. I just am not that good at it. I've been playing it for 10 years and I still like kind of don't know what I'm doing. Two games that I think are peak iPad kid. I have not one, but 5 of the Freddy Fish games. Yes, they have an app for this. I was shocked when I found this. I actually have had these on my iPad since like, I don't even know, like 2018. It's literally the Freddy Fish games from childhood on your iPad. So it's even better. When my son gets older, I'm definitely gonna let him play these because they're kind of hard. Like, they really are kind of hard. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe this will spark your memory. This is just such a classic. I mean, you guys can see here. This was made in 1996. The fact this exists, it literally, they're preserving art. They're preserving art. And then, okay, this is not an app, but all my fellow, what are we? Are we 90s kids? I don't freaking know. The oldest of the Gen Z. We all know Club Penguin. We all know it. Did you know you can play it on your iPad? They shut it down years ago, but people have remade Club Penguin. I use this website called Club Penguin Journey. It is exactly like the old Club Penguin. I already have my penguin loaded up. But it works just like if you were playing this on the computer. Blizzard is popping, and oh, look at all these penguins. There's actually people that play this. It's not just throwback and you're the only one on there. There's a whole community. I came across, there's like a TikTok penguin talk and they literally go on here and like have a whole life. Honestly, I don't have enough time to actually sit and play this, but there are times that I do play it. So that was everything on my iPad. I love the 13-inch. I feel like if you're between like what size to get, the 13 is so nice because it has such a pretty screen. And when you put the keyboard on it, it feels like the same size as a MacBook, which we love. I've had the 11. It's very cute. It's really easy to transport with you. But guys, it's like getting a Pro Max. Like, once you get the 13, you can't go back. You know what I mean? You can literally run a business and you can also dick around and be a barista for 5 hours. Like, the choice is yours. Okay, bye.